Hello, welcome back to another episode of Cooking Like Medea. My name's Tania. Welcome back to the kitchen. So today we're going to do something kind of simple. We're going to do a smothered turkey wing, rice and gravy, and some string beans and white potatoes. Um, Want to remind you of a few things. You can go back and look at different videos. Now we've gotten into the rhythm where some of these things you already know. For those who are new, welcome. Glad to have you. Keep sharing, keep posting, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep commenting. Just trying to show you guys some variations of some different things. Um, One of my biggest things today is seasoning and how you build flavors. So, we're going to take a look at that today. I am overwhelmed by the support of you guys. It's been amazing. I didn't think that it was a knack for me. Um, Not a knack for me because I've been cooking forever, but I didn't think you needed another someone to be out here posting videos on cooking. But it looks like there's enough room for everybody. So we're going to get started. We're going to go in the kitchen. I have some fresh turkey wings. I don't have a lot because um, this week it'll just be me. Go figure. And so we are going to tackle those things. And I'm even going to show you a few shortcuts if you haven't mastered the gravy and things like that. So come on, let's go. Thanks for joining. All right, let's get started. So the first thing, I've cleaned my turkey wings. So not only did I put them in some cold water with some vinegar, right? But I also went through and I picked off feathers. Okay. Then I patted them dry and now they're in my bowl because we're going to start seasoning them. And I wash my hands because poultry, salmonella, think about it. And I have all of my seasonings down and I just want to walk you through some things. The first thing, salt and pepper. You want to give it a good flavor. The poultry will suck up all of whatever it is that you're doing, but you don't want to over flavor, meaning you don't want to over salt or over pepper. I'm using regular salt today. For the things that don't have sodium, and if you're not sure whether or not it has sodium or it has heat, you can always check on the label. This is why I don't use garlic salt or onion salt. I use powder because it's just strictly that. But you want to cover these really, really good. Okay. So you can use this more than you would use salt and pepper if you didn't know. I'm also going to use one of my seasonings that I like, Chef Paul. Now it's more of a Cajun seasoning, so I'm going to be careful with that, not going to use a whole lot. But then I'm going to use some Hungarian paprika. I actually have two kinds of paprika out. This one is more so for the flavor. And you can see I haven't moved anything around or anything like that. This is a regular smoked paprika. And I washed my hands. Why? Because just in case I forget to wipe off my seasoning containers, which I don't, I've already washed my hands, so it's nothing on them. Okay. Now, I'm going to drizzle some olive oil on here, and then I am going to mix this all up. The olive oil is going to help the seasonings stay. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And I have some gloves so that I don't have to worry about getting it all over everything. I just want to get it on the meat. Some people use gloves, some don't. I wanted to show you what it's like with using gloves. In most cases, I don't use them, but hey, my oven's ready. And so what I'm doing is I'm going through every nook and cranny and I am massaging this meat so that all of my seasonings can get all over that turkey. Can I add some more if I want to? Absolutely, you can. I guess my bracelet wants a little attention today, so forgive me. Should have taken that off. But you guys see that? And I can use right what's in the bowl. But look at that. All seasoned. So if I'm good with that, I don't have to do any more. If I want to add some more, I certainly can. And I'll add a little bit more when it gets into my roaster. So this is a roaster. Pass down, child. This is my roaster. You can get these from resale shops. Okay? You can get these from the Goodwill, secondhand shops. You can ask your grandmama and your mama for one. I have a couple. This is my small one, and I have a larger one. Now I put this on the bottom just so it helps with cleaning later. That's all that's for. Now I'm going to build my flavor. So just like we would if we were baking chicken, or just like we would if we were getting our stuff ready for the holidays, you want to start with that foundation. Because, ooh, sorry, so I had some of that left. I've been eating a lot of celery lately. I'm going to put this on the bottom. I've already cleaned this, guys. And then I'm going to add my onions and my peppers, right? Because you want to permeate your meat. You want your meat to get it all. Of course, fresh is going to always be better. But hey, I'm by myself. Now I'm going to add some garlic. Where's my garlic? Oh, there he is. Oh, smells so good. Now, poultry blend. You have heard people mention poultry seasoning. Poultry seasoning is absolutely nothing but rosemary, sage, and thyme. I prefer it fresh, right? So this is going to also help with those flavors. So that was the sage. Now let me show you again what sage looks like. Okay, that's the sage. This is the thyme. Now, if I was adding something and it was more than just the bottom or the base, I would take the little leaves off of the stems because it's just for the bottom and the base. And I'm going to strain this off later. We're good just like that. And then finally, the rosemary. And the same thing, right? So if I was putting it in something, I would just, some of my leaves are falling. I would just take it off of the stem, chop it up, and do what I need to do. Okay? That's that. I can put that back for later. Isn't that cool how they have that like that now? It used to didn't be like that. You used to have to buy that stuff separately. So now I have my meat, and I'm going to sit it on top of there. Again, I could do my hands, but remember, we want to be safe. We want to be safe, guys. So there's that. So if I wanted to add some more seasonings on top, I could, even though we've done a really good job getting everything all in there, mixing it up. Remember, the things that don't have sodium or heat, it's okay to do a lot of. Okay. And the sweet paprika. And then the smoked paprika. Uh-oh, wrong one. And then just a little bit of liquid at the bottom. Now you could do water, but we talk about building flavors. So I would either do a vegetable broth or chicken broth. I have some vegetable broth that's already open. And then I'm just going to cover it and put it in the oven. Stove is on 350. And that's it. We'll be back. All right. I got some fresh string beans or green beans or whatever you like to call them. Some people do them one at a time like that. Don't want the little tails on them. People like me, we stack them and cut the ends off. More than one at a time. So when I say tails, see the tail on that end? See the different kind of tail on that end? That's what I mean. But this is how you gotta snap your green beans, or whatever. Some people like cutting them in half too. I like them long. This goes a lot quicker. I've gotten some responses from some of my vegetarian and my vegan people that I put meat in everything. And I had to go back and look. And we really do that. So I'm going to fix that. There will be no kind of meat in my string beans today. But you see how that's much quicker? And I had my beans soaking in some salt water. And because the beans are different sizes, that's why I have to stack them so that I don't cut off too much of the bean, because I just really want the little tails cut off. So again, nothing like cooking fresh vegetables. But again, if you can't, then I do frozen. I try to stay away from canned vegetables. The only canned vegetable that I love. Actually, there are two. I love the canned pickled beets, and I also love the canned sweet peas. Not as much sodium in those two. Whew, but I do love them. I'm going to then cook my beans. Gonna add a little onion and pepper to it. Gonna add a little garlic. And some butter. And then I'm gonna let them simmer down with some vegetable broth. Or you could do water if you don't have any vegetable broth. I try to get the canned or the boxed vegetable broth, so I can do it what I need to later and whenever. And we're going to simmer them down. Now, the way that I used to get my son to eat them, if you're dealing with children, I put a little honey in them. Go figure. I had to get those green vegetables down. For grown people, I use a little bit of red pepper flakes and honey, a little sweet and a little hot. Gives it a nice little flavor. If you're not ready to cook down all of these, you can blanch them. That's nothing but cleaning them, throwing them in hot water for about 3 minutes, and then putting them in an ice bath and freezing them. So when you're ready to take them out and cook them, they're already cleaned. They last a little bit longer because you blanched them. You can do that with pretty much any green vegetable, including your greens and things like that. If you like to start that process, clean them, blanch them a little early. Blanching them helps with freezing them because they're not as stiff. You can maneuver them. They won't come through the bag, which is pretty cool. This is probably all of the green beans that I'm going to do today. I'm going to take those others, blanching, hot water, 3 to 5 minutes, and then a cold bath to stop the cooking. It's pretty easy. See those green beans? They're looking good. Might not even use all of those. Maybe just those. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And then I will meet you over by the stove. All right. We got our oil in. And it's popping because they're frozen, so don't be alarmed. Nothing we can do about that. I wish I could smell the turkey. It is doing really good in there. Now we're going to go ahead and add our string beans. Oh, one didn't come off. My good fresh ground Himalayan salt. My fresh ground pepper. Some onion powder and some garlic powder. I'm going to add some minced garlic. And I'm going to add some fresh pepper flakes. If I can find it. Lord, where the fresh pepper flakes at? Over here. Oh, everything is smelling so wonderful. And then some vegetable broth. Hmm. Cook that down. Add some butter. Y'all know me. If it ain't butter, it's heavy whipping cream. Stop playing. And I'm going to just cover this and let this cook down. Yum, yum, yum. Let me check my. Oh, yeah. Let's see what's happening down here. I'll pull it out so you can see. It's cooking down real good. I'm going to cook some more. And then I'm going to add my gravy. Now, like I said, some of you all wrote in and said that you were having some problems with gravy. You can keep practicing gravy. While you're learning it, if you want to impress somebody and you're not confident in your gravy, you can use those gravy packets. For turkey, I always mix one brown gravy and one chicken flavored gravy. It gives me my perfect blend for turkey for me. Some people just use the chicken flavored one. It's fine. When I don't feel like taking the time to make the gravy, I will use those chicken packets. Do not beat yourself up if your gravy is subpar. Gravy can take a long time to get used to cooking. Does not just happen overnight, guys. So cut yourself some slack and be okay if you have to use a few other things in between. It's okay. You are not a failure. All of this stuff I did not learn overnight. I say it over and over again. Some things, it came after years of practicing. But I had people who didn't mind practicing with me or giving me tips. Like I said, I worked in the church kitchen. I worked for the church's senior building. I had to learn from some amazing professional cooks. It did not happen for me overnight. And I kept practicing. And then once you get something all the way done, or you learn something properly, then you move on to the next thing that you can perfect. But this didn't take overnight. And I'm not going to act like I haven't. And sometimes still mess up. It happens, guys. My son will tell you, there have been times I make something, he's like, no, I ain't like that really. Okay, we go on to the next thing. And we come back around. Oh, yeah, I like that better. It's a good thing. Do not feel defeated. I know a lot of you all are having issues with baking bread. I had issues for many, many years. And the thing that I got that it taught me later was that second round of proofing, I would let it proof too long. When I proof it that second time, it's supposed to be ready to go in the oven. Child, I would proof that stuff the first time. It would go great. Proof that stuff the second time, it would be fabulous. And then I just let it sit. Why? I don't know why. But when I realized that once I proofed it that second time, I needed to go ahead and cook and do what I needed to do, bake them rather, I didn't have any more issues. Part of also cleaning the kitchen is cleaning the entire kitchen. That means this stuff too, when it falls on it. You do not ever want to eat in a dirty kitchen. You don't want to cook in a dirty kitchen. I don't care if people say, oh, I'm just going to clean this spot. Ptomaine poison will reside. All sorts of cross-contaminated bacteria. You want your stove to look like the day that you bought it. That requires you to clean regularly. Wipe stuff down. Stuff splatters. That's a part of cooking. But wipe that stuff down afterwards. Please, ma'am. Please, sir. Just like a lot of people, I'm one of these people too. You got a dirty bathroom? I can't go in it and use it. Okay? I just wanted you to see. Look at that. This happens to be a Sunday for me. So I am making a nice little Sunday dinner. I'm doing the turkey wings and gravy. I actually have some rice in there that I saved because it was such great rice. Because rice is not my best forte. And I saved it. I froze it because it was good. And it looked good and it tastes good. And these string beans, that's going to be so good. And I'm going to cook this stuff down. See that? hmm Some people add, instead of the honey, they add a little brown sugar to the string beans. Totally up to you, whatever kind of taste you're trying to get. But y'all, we got this. Don't want you to think that we don't. We do. We absolutely do. All right, time for some plating. Let's see what we got. There is our turkey wings. There is our string beans. And I just warmed up some rice. So let's get started. Uh-oh. I still feel like I made too much. I love me some good green vegetables. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it's falling off. Look at that. And I got some of my vegetables in there. Check it out. Sunday dinner is served. I'll see you on our next episode of Cooking Like Medea. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you soon.